This is one of my favorite cozy DIYs for fall, and it's easier than it looks to make. For this chunky knit blanket, I'm using 6 skeins of Yarnspirations Bernat Blanket Big Yarn from Michaels. Holding the yarn, make a loop about 8 inches from the end. Take the loop and place it over your 4 fingers, then loop the yarn over your fingers again, pulling it through the first loop you made. Now you've created a loose slip knot. Continue doing this until you have a long chain of loops, and these are going to form the foundation of your blanket. I made a chain of 24 stitches with this yarn for my 4-foot wide blanket. Once you have your loops, it's time to start working your blanket. Flip your chain so that its tail is on the left-hand side. Take the final loop you made and pull some more of the working yarn through it, creating a new loop. This is the first stitch of your next row. If you'd like, place 3 fingers through the loop and tighten the working yarn gently around your fingers. You can do this with each loop so that they're a consistent size. Then put your fingers through the next chain over on the row below and pull another loop of the working yarn through that. Repeat this process until you finish creating new loops for the next row across the entire chain. For this blanket, that's 24 loops. Once you're finished your first row, repeat this process going the opposite direction to create your second row. Continue in this manner, going back and forth, creating new loops until you only have about 3 to 6 inches of yarn left on your skein. When your first skein of yarn is almost done with about 3 to 6 inches left, attach some new yarn from a new skein by tying the end of the new yarn to the previous one with a simple square knot. Continue knitting back and forth until you either want to add more of the same color of yarn or start a new row in a new color. Once you've reached the desired length, it's time to finish your blanket. You're going to finish your row and make sure you have enough yarn left on your skein to cast off your blanket. The length of yarn will need to be about twice the width of your blanket. Start the final cast off row by creating 2 loops into the previous row as per usual, then pull the first loop over the second one, holding onto the second loop. Make sure that these loops are on the larger side so you don't have a gathered or tight finish to your blanket. I use all my 4 fingers to measure inside each loop to make sure they're big enough. Continue this final row in the same manner, creating another loop, pulling the previous one over it, and making sure each loop is generously sized for that nice relaxed edge. Once you're done the final stitch, cut the yarn, leaving a long tail, and then pull the end through the last loop to secure it. Finally, weave in the loose ends to make sure your blanket looks neat and tidy. Make sure that you're tying any yarn ends together first as needed, and now you have a thick and cozy blanket that you can use in your own home this fall or give it as an amazing and a fabulous gift.